Welcome to House of Tay Tay, and today we have a special guest, Kim Goodburn. Hi, Kim.
Hello, Srirat. Hello.
So tell me your story.
First of all, I'm Kim Goodburn, previous Mr. International 2023. Currently, I'm a host, an actor, and also a model here in Thailand.
You have been living in Thailand all your life,
Yes, I was born and raised in Bangkok,
but
Thailand.
you're half British,
I'm half British, but my mum's from Khon Kaen.
so you can speak both languages.
Yeah, I can speak fluently Thai and English.
So you're proud to be Thai.
Yes, of course. That's why I, represented Thailand on a pageant.
So you were a rugby player.
Yep.
What sports mean to you?
Wow, sports was everything for me when I grew up. I played up pretty much every sport. I've tried everything, tennis, badminton, athletics, football, basketball, rugby. But I think rugby was the one sport that I truly fell in love with, not only as the activity, but the community it creates because people say that it's a barbaric sport, but actually it's played by gentlemen. So I think that idea was always in my head, and how, after the game, we're like hitting, bashing each other, giving it like 100%. But after the game, the whistle blows, we're all friends and we always enjoy like the social aspects of the game. And I think it's a beautiful game in the end of the day.
You were in the Thai national team.
I was the captain of the under 18s. After I played under 18s, under 20s, I played for the men's national team. I was not the captain, but I was one of the young talents in the team. Yeah, I made the team when I was around 17. Yeah.
So how did you get into modeling, acting?
Pretty much luck, because I was in university, I was still studying, and I was juggling being an athlete as well. However, I suffered an injury to my knees, and which required an operation. After the operation, it took around 6 months before I could come back to play rugby. After that 6 months where I came back to play rugby, but I was not 100% fit, and therefore I did not make the cut to go to the Asian Games that year. And then I think right after that, my friend told me that there was a casting for the Face Men Thailand season 2. And I was like, let's give it a go, because I saw my friend compete in season 1. So I thought, if he could do it, then I could probably do it as well. Yeah, and that's pretty much how it kickstarted.
So how did you feel the moment that you have to change what you really love?
I mean, it was kind of devastating for me because I always dreamed of becoming an athlete. That was like my number one goal. And I was trying to put so much time and effort during my teenager years because, a lot of people see the glory behind being an athlete, when you're on TV or when you're winning things, but people don't see the time and effort that you have to put in, hours and hours of work every single day to get to where you are. To realize that all that time and effort that I've put in from 14 years old to 18 years old, in the end, I'm just going to have to throw it away. And that's, I think, for me, luckily, I put myself in a place where if in the end it didn't work, I could find like a plan B because of my computer engineering degree. So I was I think I was relatively smart to do that because other people would, what now? Yeah, so I think for me, I'm lucky I managed to get around it, but that's not the case for many other people.
So what would you tell others who would follow the same path of you?
In the end, you got to give it your all anyways. You got to give 100% no matter what you do, especially with athletics and sports. However, do have a plan B. Think of what would happen if
Like what if?
the dream
Yeah.
doesn't come true. You got to think about that, maybe think of a business, think of another degree that could probably help you in other aspects as well. Because in the end, being an athlete, yes, it's all fame and glory, but it's 10 years, 15 years max. Then after that, what next? So you got to think further ahead and see how you and what you have as a person, your skills, can, achieve further in life.
So it was a big shift from sports into entertainment.
Yeah, it was because I had no background in entertainment, so I had to learn everything. So people like my mentors, Pimu Asawa, Pilukate, they were the people who shaped me to be ready for the entertainment industry. Otherwise, I would be, still be like, no clue. How do I pose? How do I do like fashion walks and stuff like that? Everything I learned was directly from the face.
So was it fun the face
For
for you?
me,
Yeah.
it was a great experience. I mean, I'm someone who loves competition as well. So being in that atmosphere with 15 other guys, all competing for this one title, for me, it's fun and it's very amusing, and also to learn so much from such a short time as well. Right now, we have the face coming soon, right? I think for someone who's a new face, who's never had any experience, this platform is a great platform to learn so much to make us ready for whatever,
What's next?
yeah,
Yeah.
what's next.
So when you under the pressures, how you feel?
For me personally, I think that I strive under pressure, and pressure for me gives me fire to do something. So, for example, when I was competing, I had that fire with myself to go that extra mile to get into the best shape of my life to present myself on stage. Whereas usually, maybe I'd get like 80% of it. The more pressure for me, the better.
You like the pressures?
Yeah, I love the pressure. It's fun. It's fun. And it's also sometimes when people look down on us saying like, oh, you can't do
Yeah.
it, then that gives us the urge to be,
The
the
fire.
fire to prove them wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And you like to, the best revenge is to prove them wrong.
exactly.
How do you stay passionate about what you do?
First of all, you gotta have that passion, that fire in yourself to kind of like work towards your goal, your ultimate goal. But eventually, everybody burns out. Everybody, especially like even me. And I think it's just that time when you just gotta sit back, reflect on yourself, what you've been doing, celebrate your achievements. Even though they're small achievements, everything is a step towards your goal. So usually after maybe like 3 months or after a big project, I take some time off work just to take a short holiday with people that I love, enjoy our time together, spend time at the beach or something. Just that little break from everything so you can tone down and create that fire in yourself again to work towards your goal.
So how you take care of yourself in a way that showing yourself self-care, self-love?
For me, I think sports is still one thing that I absolutely love. So once in a while, if I do have time, I try to go to these sporting events. So playing rugby and stuff like that, just to get myself with all the people that I used to know, and also play the sport that I love. And also, I love the beach. So take a short holiday to the beach or to the mountains, somewhere we can just relax and like tone down and not have to worry about work all the time.
So what have you learned so far in your journey through rugby playing, modeling, entertainment business?
Something that I've learned is that you gotta give 100%, but expect nothing. I think especially in the entertainment industry, a lot of people expect so much from like a casting. Whereas, in the end, you could give 100%, feel so confident you're gonna get it. Think like, oh, the director's feedback is so good, we're gonna get it, but in the end, you don't get it. Go in with a mindset and whatever you're doing with like an open mind, but give it 110%. Give it your all, but don't expect the positive outcome that you're expecting. Just go there, do it, be happy, and move on. And then when you don't expect it, good things will come.
Expectation can be, like a double-sided sword. Yeah.
It can be a double-sided sword. But if you use it correctly, I think it will help you manifest whatever you want
So
to
what
realize.
you manifesting now?
Right now, Hollywood, baby.
Yay! Red carpet, Oscars for you.
One day. I say one day.
So is there any areas in your life you want to work on?
I think right now I want to work on my business acumen and just like the skills on, building and working on a business. Because that's something that I was never really brought up with, the business skills that a lot of other people have, especially in like Asian cultures. I've been working towards a few businesses and business ideas, and some of them are actually currently ongoing. But I think I'd love to learn a little bit more from firsthand and secondary sources, becoming like a possible CEO in the future.
Your own company.
Yeah, having my own company, my own brand or whatever. Because I think in the end, entertainment industry lasts for like 15, 20 years in the end. So you got to be able to look further than that and see how you can set yourself up for the future.
I do have expectations with this channel in a way that I want to help people to get better in recovery or anything that's struggling. But I do feel like if I expect them too much, I will lose myself. I mean, in a
Yeah.
way that I cannot save anyone, but they have to save themselves.
Yeah, exactly. So, just work on yourself and give the best at what you're doing. And then in the end,
Yeah,
it's
just do your best and do
best.
good things to the society and the
Yeah.
cultures and the country, the anywhere,
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think that in Thai cultures there are things that are outdated and have to be changed,
Outdated. Wow.
or a little bit need adaptation?
There are certain cultures within like some organizations and some schools that do need some rethinking, especially that like seniority factor. How people say that you gotta always respect your elders.
Yeah, you have to
and
bow down to them.
You have to bow down to them.
Yeah.
I think that's like beyond the line. You gotta respect your elders. However, don't be afraid to say your mind. You gotta stand up for yourself. I think nowadays a lot of Thai kids do have that ideology within themselves, and not just stand down for all the elders, whatever they do, regardless of what's right or wrong. So I think you gotta know your line, respect yourself, and don't be afraid to speak out.
So, would you want to say anything to the audience right now?
Do good and have a great time, because life is short, and and there are always people expecting certain things of you, but do what you want and do it your best, because in the end it's your life you live.
Thank you so much, Kim. I love you. Bye.
Thank you very much. Take care. If you guys love this content, please like, comment, and subscribe to Taylor Srirat.